Alright, in this lesson, we're going to look at how we estimate the product of two numbers. We will start by outlining the steps that we would like to follow to estimate products, and then we'll apply those steps in estimating some examples. So now, when we're trying to estimate products, the first thing we want to do is round each of the numbers so that there's only one non-zero number. Multiply the rounded numbers together. So when we say the only one non-zero number, for example, let's assume that we have a number and the number is 235. What we're saying here is that when we round this number, there can only be one non-zero number, and that one non-zero number is going to be in this position, and every other number to the right must be a zero. So let's look at some examples together. So we have 435, and then we have 64. So we want to make sure we round this so that there's only one non-zero number. So let's start it this way. We're going to underline the non-zero number we're aiming for. So let's look to the right. We have a 3. So that means that we round this up to 400. We look at 64, we look to the right because 6 is the position we want. Every number to the right of 6 must be a 0. So, but we need to know if 6 is going to be rounded up or rounded down. But because we have a 4 to the right, it has to be rounded down. So, 60. So now, when you're multiplying numbers that end in zeros, so you can start by counting the zeros. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put 3 zeros at the end. And then 4 multiplied by 6, we have 24. So that's it. Our next example, we have 4,152 multiplied by 287. So 4,152 multiplied by 287. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the number in the non-zero position we're after. So we look to the right, it is 1 there. 1 is less than 5, so we're going to round down to 4,000. We look at 2, look to the right, that's 8. 8 is 5 or more, so we're going to round up to 300 and then multiply. So now, when you have numbers that end in zeros, as we did in the previous example, you count all the zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to write 5 zeros at the end. And then 4 multiplied by 3, we have 12. So we're going to put all the commas. Our next example, 3,647 multiplied by 385. And so what we're going to do is our non-zero value is in this position here. So we're going to look to the right. It's 5 or more. So we're going to round up to 4,000. And then we look at 3 here. We look to the right. It's 5 or more. We round up to 400. And then we multiply. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4 multiplied by 4, we have 16. So that's our estimate. Now, our final example. Find the product of 3,921. 3,921 multiplied by 621. So let's go ahead and underline our non-zero value. So 3 and 6. We look to the right here, we have a 9. Because it's greater than 5, we're going to round up to 4,000. We look to the right of 6, we have a 2. Because it's less than 5, we round down to 600. And now we can multiply. Count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 multiplied by 6, we have 24. So that is the estimate of the product.